Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Hi, welcome to the KVJ ATS Podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show Podcast.
All right, here we go. Happy Friday. Welcome to it. Got a big old beautiful weekend going on. We're going to fire ourselves up. Get all ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You want a drink, Coach? It's the weekend. You deserve it.
What do we got?
Oh, that's right. You're not drinking beer. No,
Yeah.
never mind.
Got a little vodka and throw some Celsius in with it. That'd be great.
Are you drinking an alcoholic beverage right now?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
No, Celsius is just one of them no sugar, explode your heart kind of drinks.
Is that 2 weeks in a row I've cock teased Kevin with a drink?
Yeah. I'm used to it.
You keep promising him some drink, and then he's like, well, where's the vodka? And you're like, I don't have any.
I keep forgetting you're on that vodka. Okay, you know what, baby? I'm gonna get it right next week.
We got, in the KVJ office, we got a few of those Fling craft cocktails. Bottom left shelf. It's the bottom one there. You can check
Bottom
that
left
out.
shelf. You want Celsius water?
No, it's called
Fling.
Fling. It's called Fling. Uh-huh.
We're going to time you.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna run into the boss in 5, 4.
He's going to shake up the drink. You think he's going to grab the right one?
He'll look for the Celsius. He'll
get confused.
He'll grab Celsius.
I couldn't find Celsius.
I grabbed this Fling instead. And then, so yes, it will be the right
He'll
one.
accidentally be right.
He'll accidentally give you what you need.
Okay. All right. That's good to know.
I look for Celsius, Kev.
April sent an email to us. She said, I tried the craft cocktail you recommended, Fling, and I love it.
Right?
It is really a great option for somebody who wants to have a drink while not blowing your diet. Yeah, there's no sugar added kind of like things on that. Now, I think they have
different flavors, and some of them do have a little sugar.
They do.
Some don't.
I think the ones we have left here do have a little bit of sugar, so they're probably not necessarily keto friendly, because I had the vodka one that they had, and then they had a gin one. I drank both of those, and those were the lower sugar ones.
Yeah, they have like a margarita one. They had the gin and tonic one. They had the blood orange one with the vodka. That was lovely.
Yeah, that was the one I'd had. That's my favorite.
There's several.
Yeah, a lot of good ones.
Did you find the Celsius?
I did.
Yeah.
And I ran into a boss.
You did?
Which
Okay,
one?
which one?
I think upper from out of town.
Oh, nice, good.
You ran into the Hubbard people?
They look Hubbardy. I could
Hubbardy?
I could be wrong.
They got that Hubbard look?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want? I got many of options.
Well, let's see what we got. You got the two Flings. You did that right. Nice work.
Fling craft cocktail.
You got margarita and the Mai Tai. Give them both to Kevin and let him see the calorie count.
Stop telling me what to do.
Yes.
And I got you one, Mama.
I want whatever Kevin doesn't drink.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you got agave
All right.
spirit.
We got our girl back. Oh, man, it's nice. Oh, I cannot stand Diet Virginia. So annoying. Almost as annoying as Keto Kev.
Yeah,
Both
it's tough,
of you.
isn't it?
Oh,
I
my
know.
gosh.
I know. I'm gonna try the margarita. You know, the one thing that I'm consciously trying to do here is skinny margaritas. You can get, and actually now I don't normally drink margaritas because there's so much sugar and everything else in them. But now people are making a lot of skinny margaritas, Virginia, where they got the flavor and you're not getting the added sugars to it using the agave.
I order skinny margaritas all the time.
Yeah, it's kind of going to be my new kick because, I do a lot of the vodka sodas. And, that's my but in red wine, that's about all I'm drinking these days. And it gets a little boring after a while.
Yeah.
You can get fresh fruit in your skinny margarita and get a little sweetness from that.
Yeah,
Ooh, I like that.
I know, I'm not supposed to do fruit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go fuck myself.
Yeah. Do you like a little...
Please do.
Do you like a beef or a stew with your red wine?
Yeah, it is good that way. Yeah, beef or stew.
You big dummy.
Don't call me that. doily.
You spilled everywhere.
God.
Jenny!
I mean, imagine
Clean
that.
up on aisle 4!
Poor Panda, do anything wrong. Yeah, you fucking dummy. Yeah, you're married to this for eternity. Yeah, fuck you.
I don't talk to him like I talk to you.
Thank God. Thank the Lord. Damn, a check?
Yeah.
I was going to make that check out to me.
I would, yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
would have gotten away with it for a week.
Yeah.
Who took all this money out of my account?
Kevin, you're not going to fucking believe it?
I've been scammed. Somebody hacked me.
Oh, Denny's, thanks, baby.
Teddy's got to come in here and mop up the mess that is the
right.
bird.
I don't know what happens to our paper towels. They disappear so fast.
People,
Well, you're still looking at
Spills
the
over here.
spilliest dude I've ever met.
Another roll a week.
He constantly needs to be surrounded by absorbent cotton.
oh, right, okay. Can you
Boy,
just...
she's just,
Can you
she won't
just-
let it go. She
We
won't.
should just tie tampons around you.
Can you just shut the fuck up and drink?
Cheers.
Good Lord.
Oh, geez.
I mean, who put a nickel
I
in
don't know.
you?
She's not
I
stopping.
got excited.
Gosh.
I found out I was going to be drinking.
Okay. Yeah.
Cheers. We got our witch back.
Cheers.
It's nice to have the gang
Everybody back together.
together.
If I do,
Yeah.
almost spilled everywhere.
Me too.
Yeah.
Right.
This is so good. The Mai Tai is delicious.
I should have went with one of them. I think there might be one left in there.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. They usually come like in a 4-pack. I think we had a 4-pack variety stuff for the fling. And you can get it. I know people always ask. I know Total Wine has them.
Total Wine does have them.
Yeah, so you can try them there. And they're good. And people have been raving about the Corona seltzer that they're just starting to push. Somebody who tried it at the Lake Worth Street Painting Festival last weekend, which I heard was an amazing event. I got to get out to that one of these years.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
It really is creative
Yeah.
beyond
I see
your
the photos. Looks
wildest.
I just imagine the crowds are crazy.
The crowd gets a little thick later in the day. Go early.
Hard to get a drink. Yeah, that's my problem.
I found a drink, no
Did you?
problem. The navigating the streets as it got later in the day, I had a baby stroller. It fucks up everything.
Yeah.
Baby
The
stroller.
sidewalks are tight and like
They're
Worth.
tight,
Yeah.
yes. And with a baby stroller, you make everybody mad.
Yeah.
Would you have been better having a baby backpack?
No, because I don't like to carry extra stuff. I like the stroller because it becomes like a shopping cart kind of. I can hang my purse on it, my jacket on it. I put drinks in it. There's little hiding spots on Rocco's where I can put a full bottle of wine. I can put at least 3 or 4 beers.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't-
you definitely should be drunk pushing your kid around.
I wouldn't say it's good. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, so they're saying really good stuff about the Corona one. The person I talked to yesterday said it was the best one they've had out of all of them.
I noticed people really do like a lot of those seltzery drinks.
The markets on them are huge. They have, since they started launching them, Truly, White Claw with the big ones coming out. Bud Light has got their own seltzer I'm now seeing all over the
Natty
place.
has one.
Natty, I've had the Natties, and the Natties are good. And the Coronas are good. They're just light. They're easy to drink.
That's why people
and,
drink 20 of them.
Yeah, and they're not putting like all the added sugar crap in. I mean, that's really what people want. They want a light, easy, that doesn't weigh you down, that is not loaded up with sugar, and they've nailed it. And that's why they're doing great. Hit the mark.
Some people like when they have added sugar. I'm just saying. Y'all don't speak for everybody.
She loves added sugar.
She does.
So, yeah, so can't wait to try that. That's going on. We got a couple other emails going on here. One, or a few, actually, confirming about the KKK at Port St. Lucie. It's happening on Jerry Springer, I guess I should say. Rose said, yeah, you guys had an email about the KKK invading a school in the 90s. It was in St. Lucie County, actually Port St. Lucie High School back in 93. I was a sophomore when this happened. It was because of a potential hit list, and apparently these students on this list were supposed to get jumped or beat up. Well, apparently the person who made the list was black, and the students that got jumped were white, and the parents of the jumped students got the KKK and skinheads involved.
Oh, boy.
And they protested in front of the school. I knew one of the girls on the list, and I also knew the guy that apparently made the list. Not going to mention names, but I just want you to know. And yes, Jerry Springer came down and did a show at the old Civic Center in Fort Pierce, and the girl I knew was on there. They also protested at one of the Fort Pierce high schools, too. So there you go.
Jerry.
Did the people that were on the list, were they like racist? Why were they on the list?
I don't know. It's a good question. There's another email that we got on it too. This is the article published about Jerry Springer's visit to Port St. Lucie High School in 1993. It says, my cousins all went to school in the same county. It was a huge deal. And you can see there's just a dude with this silly little pointed hat, some guy with a cowboy hat up on stage, and there's a younger Jerry Springer.
Where's Steve Wilco's at? His security. You know what I'm talking about, Virginia.
Yes. Steve got his own show.
I get stuck into that show. If it's on and I'm watching it, what? Did I say something? I get sucked?
I thought you said suck.
I get stuck in that.
I get sucked during that show.
No, I get sucked into that show.
Oh.
I'm drinking a bigger than yours.
Yeah, the headline on this is talk show includes Klan skinhead students. Talk show host Jerry Springer talks to Fort Pierce Central high school student Jessica Kirkpatrick during taping Wednesday at the Civic Center.
My.
Yeah.
That sounds like a pressure cooker of not good.
Yeah.
I can't believe that the town let them get up on a panel like that and just, I'm sure they spewed their hate.
They said it was marked by frequent racial slurs by the Klan and skinheads and by concerns that violence would erupt between the hate groups and blacks in the 150-person audience. They say skinheads and Klan members appeared outnumbered about 5-1. So.
That's crazy. I mean, what a pressure cooker.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What a pressure cooker.
Yeah, Slurps over there is really drinking in this story.
Sorry, that was loud. I apologize.
It's better when he slurps and not spills. So just
You're right, at least it's going to the right
thank your
place.
stars.
Slurp and Spills is a great name for an album.
Slurps and spills.
Oh, jeez. Amanda McHale from Port St. Lucie sent an email. You guys give me some great music suggestions. I really enjoyed the Band of Horses. Do you guys have any other songs that you recommend?
I'm glad to hear that because I suggested that the other day and I got like 5 hate emails. That fucking song sucked, Bird. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to hear that somebody liked it.
Yeah.
Because I get nothing but hate for suggesting Band of Horses.
Yeah.
I don't know if you did.
No, I don't read any comments from people.
That's a good move. I'm thinking about doing that myself.
Yeah. So, yeah, we could maybe do a playlist one of these days of songs that we love that maybe aren't fully on the radar.
I would love to do that, but does anybody really give a frog's fat ass about that?
People who like to find new music, and I do. Like when I
Yeah.
see song suggestion lists and they're like, oh, these are songs you need to know of, I look at them and be like, okay, I love finding songs that I don't know. And it is tough. There is a lot of politics that go into songs getting on the radio.
Big time.
And songs that you wind up knowing. And there's a lot of great songs that just never got a ton of publicity.
You're right, man. Okay, I would love to do that. I got 5 bangers for y'all.
Okay, yeah. So if you like that kind of stuff, it'd be great for you. If you don't, then, just...
Hey, if you want to come over and do a little music podcast, I'd love to have both of you awesome fuckers there.
I don't think you can play any of it, right, though? Because it's like it'll get shut down because of the trademark stuff.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. It's a great idea, minus that.
How about this?
It's a great idea minus everything about your idea.
No.
You dumb fuck.
Hold on. Can I at least defend myself before? Okay,
Have every detail.
it's gonna be tough to defend myself over your fucking cackle, but you can play a hair of music. You can play a little bit and then turn it off, or we could bring out the acoustic and sing it, baby. Make it a little bit more intimate. Oh, it's
Not as good.
well.
It'll be great.
It will lack talent, but have heart.
It'll lack rhythm and melody
It's
and
gonna lack
Viewers,
lyrics.
an audience.
It's
all
gonna.
the things you look for.
Well, it's gonna lack Virginia because I don't want you there.
Aw,
Yeah, fuck this.
I've been fired?
Fuck this.
I
Now you're back. I
was so
I say I
excited.
hate it, but I love it. I think that'd be fun. Fuck it, me and Denny.
We should-
I'll make Denny's do it.
The bitch and the witch need to come back.
Baby, anytime you... I gotta stop calling you baby.
The bitch and the witch, and what can we call the snitch? The bitch and the bitch and the
That's what Ann would call me and my mom.
No, you're not a snitch. What are you? The witch, the bitch, and the...
Glitch. He's a robot.
He's a glitch.
Glitch.
Yes. The witch, the bitch, and the glitch.
Come on over this weekend. All right.
This weekend is wide open.
Okay.
Okay.
It is. I purposely tried to leave it open to chill and relax.
Well,
I'm going to make a big pot of red beans and rice.
I will get you all of that aqua bullshit you like to eat. I will get you your drinks of choice.
Oh.
If you
I'm digging
want,
these flings.
I'll get you. We'll fling it. We'll wing it. We'll sing it.
Okay. It's quite a sell. Let me see. Somebody said, Kev, do you ever listen to Melanie Martinez? She was on The Voice. She is very off the beaten path. I don't. The name sounds familiar, like we were going to interview her or something like that, and I maybe checked her out for that. But other than that, no. I don't know. I'll check it into it, though. You know, I've got a weird niche of like music, what I kind of like. So, I don't know. Some of the pop stuff, the singy stuff, I'm not too big into.
I got some shit that's going to make you sad and think and fucking feel, baby. Don't we
Yeah.
want to feel a little bit? I think this beer's kicking in.
It's getting at you, huh? Yeah, you got. Is that one of the double IPAs?
Yeah, this one's
Yeah.
a stronger one.
Yeah. Go figure. That's what you love.
Denny's
Yeah.
taking me home.
Yeah, I'm going to play a game probably on Monday. I had it for today. We didn't get to it. I think we'd played it once before, a long time ago, only once. I'm like, why didn't we do that? It's One Note, Name That Tune.
Oh,
And I'm
that's
gonna
a good one.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do it so that I can play as well. Figure I'll have to do that. But I was reading this today. The brain is capable of recognizing familiar music within 1/10 of a second of being played.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think that's every brain. Mine does not go that fast.
Okay, how about this? All right. Dun-it.
Thriller.
Kevin!
See, I told you mine doesn't go that fast.
Okay, how about this one?
We Will Rock You.
Kevin! Okay.
Yeah.
See, this is how we could do that podcast. I could be the jukebox. All right, hold on. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, yeah. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. That's Under Pressure.
Kevin got
Queen.
it. Or we'll
Yeah.
take Ice Ice Baby.
Oh, okay.
Wow, you just smoked this
Yeah.
shit.
You did.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
should definitely go to his house and do this podcast.
What if we just did that for an hour? That's all we did.
I don't even think you guys would go back and listen to it.
No way. It would be terrible. I would have fun in the moment, though.
Okay.
I would be happy it's happening in the moment and then be really bummed out that it was broadcast live after.
Tell me what you think of this story. You know, spring training's going on. I love the spring training, but the Astros, I'm sure even if you're not a baseball person, you've heard about the cheating scandal, which resulted in a World Series for the Astros in 2017, the first year that they actually started doing their spring training at ballpark at the Palm Beaches.
Well, Virginia, the reason why this is such a big deal is because not only did they get caught cheating, but they won the World Series and their player won the MVP. So they won all of this awesome shit and they got caught cheating that year.
This is an interesting story. Let this soak into all your judgment and your thoughts about that. They say the numbers show that the Houston Astros likely didn't beat the LA Dodgers in the 2017 World Series because of their sign stealing scheme. A researcher went and found out that their signaling wasn't perfectly accurate. So when they're trying to relay the signs into the batters, they sometimes were not doing it correctly based on what it was. He calculated from his research that Bangs accurately foretold breaking ball pitches 93% of the time, but only 65% of the time on fastballs. And on correctly signaled pitches, the Astros as a team only improved their batting average by 7 points and their slugging percentage by 25 points. But on wrongly signaled pitches, they lost 45 points and 93 points on slugging. So this whole cheating scandal, he's saying, actually hurt them more than it helped them.
That's not true because they've proven that in that one game that Clayton Kershaw pitched, that Clayton Kershaw, if you look at any game he's ever, this is really fucking boring. So buckle up. It's going to suck.
I only care about Sammy Kershaw.
Oh, that's even worse than Clayton. That's a 90s country singer. I mean, you're really going to lose the audience now. You know what? I don't even want to. It doesn't fucking. I do have a stat to counter that.
Yeah.
To show. I want to say it so bad.
You can make anything look your way.
Clayton Kershaw, he's a guy that throws a lot of off-speed stuff. He's never in the history ever had a game where no one's not swung at one of his off-speed pitches in the dirt or that was in a strike. And in that game, they swung at zero off-speed pitches, which is unheard of.
Okay.
The Astros did.
All right, so that's your combative stat to this guy's research, saying that
Virginia's right, though. And you know what the fuck? Drink.
That's right.
I'd like to do a ball podcast with you.
Talk about nuts.
Rough balls.
I'm in. I just want to be your friend.
If you like the drinking thing, this sounds like fun. Hollywood Brewing Las Olas, a new sports-themed brew pub, is open on Las Olas Boulevard across the street from Louis Bossi and next door to Luigi's Tuscan Grill.
Yeah.
I think Luigi's Tuscan Grill just closed. But but it's Hollywood Brewing. They're not going to be brewing the beer there, but Hollywood's got some good beers. And it's kind of like a new sports bar. I love this because you haven't really had right now a brewery sports bar. And so sometimes you do go to sports bars that have some good craft beers on tap, but not one that was the combination of both. This is really the first that I know of.
Nice.
Las Olas is great. That's probably my favorite, personally, bar hopping area in South Florida. I think Las Olas is the best, so adding that to the mix is pretty fantastic.
Las Olas was probably the best place for drunk girl trivia as far as getting people. Man, those women were just, wow, fuck yeah. I mean, that's why I call it Fort Lickerdale, because every one of those girls was, woo!
Feisty.
Wanted to be on the microphone.
Had some shit to say. Okay, it's perfect then.
It's a fun lady, huh?
Do you like that area?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the whole area. If you go kind of down around there, like I was talking about on the regular show today, the wharf is a cool area, and it's not too far. It's kind of, within walking distance. They've got a lot of great bar hopping areas.
Is that the area we went during the hurricanes? When we went down south?
No, we went to Lauderdale by the Sea, which is
peaceful.
a little bit. Yeah, that's a nice little area, and there's about 2 or 3 bar restaurants around there that you can go to. But yeah, to me, the best bar hopping area in South Florida is Fort Lauderdale.
I just like a bar by the water. Do you actually like going by the ocean?
I love it. That's my favorite thing. If I can see water and have a drink, because it's weird. Like I don't love being in the ocean, or I like being on the beach. I'm okay, but I'm not an aquatic guy, but I love looking at it. It's the most peaceful thing.
I'm with Kevin. I love being on the shore looking out at the ocean. I think it's so peaceful. And I feel like it just kind of automatically makes you calm.
You got to, it's up. But Spruzzo's is fantastic. That's the place that just opened up on top of the Bend, downtown West Palm. And it's great. Fort Lauderdale's got a couple great rooftop bars you can go to as well. But Spruzzo's is pretty sweet for West Palm.
Let's go to fucking Spruzzo's.
Let's tear it up, man.
Yeah.
It's a good little time. This is an interesting story that kind of popped up tail end of yesterday, talking about contradicting all the things that are out there. We had played last week the Amber Heard audio of her antagonizing Johnny Depp, and it sounded like she very much was the instigator, and their drama and a little bit of violence between the two of them and their domestic issues. Now here is the flip side of this, that apparently Johnny Depp sent texts during his relationship with Amber Heard saying that he would drown and burn his wife, then fuck the corpse.
Okay, that's intense.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
very intense.
Definitely next level.
They sound like they were terrible together.
Terrible. I mean, whatever it is that you guys are bringing out in each other, separate.
Yeah, what's the point? I mean, life is so damn short. Why would you hold on, either party, to wanting to be still with each other?
That's the one thing that, we should instill in all of our young people just starting out in relationships. If you're in a relationship and you guys are fighting and you're bringing out the worst in each other, step back and realize you both deserve better. Don't you deserve to be happy?
It's easier to build up children than to rebuild adults.
Damn.
Yeah, that's smart.
Drink.
Hurt people.
An apple a day. Does not keep the doctor away.
Johnny Depp is suing the publishers of The Sun over an article which alleges that he had been abusive to his former wife. At a pretrial hearing, the judge heard 70,000 text messages were, quote, accidentally disclosed by the defendants, or to the defendants by Depp's former legal team. One text read, "Let's burn Amber," and then a follow-up text read, "Let's drown her before we burn her. I will F her burnt corpse afterwards to make sure she is dead."
I mean, that's pretty intense.
Yeah, so you got the Amber Heard audio on one side, and then apparently you got text messages that are damning to Johnny Depp on the other.
They were both awful.
Yeah.
So
There's going to be, so there'll be 2 new stories out next week. Audio is doctor. Text messages are fake.
Yeah, but, you know, if people are putting up all these petitions to get her knocked off of projects, and they're collecting 350,000 signatures to do so, fair play would only be to do the same thing to Johnny Depp, right?
Both of them have to prove it on both ends for any of it.
you're right. And then,
Honestly, all of the Twitter outrage, yeah, you're gonna get socially yelled at. People are gonna, but it's what happens in court's what's gonna end up. Harvey Weinstein finally got convicted because it happened in court.
yeah, and I think the thing is, the Amber Heard audio, like, it's her talking. And so everybody was like, oh my gosh, text messages, I mean, those can be faked. A lot more easier than the audio of you.
Well, there's a whole movement of people trying to prove that Amber Heard was faking her bruises. So they've gone through her. She went to the Tonight Show, or she went to another show where she didn't have bruises. And then there's video of her and John Franco going.
James
James
Franco.
Franco. I always call him John.
John's
Franco.
his cousin.
No, John
That's
Franco
a pitcher for
was
the
an elite
Mets.
pitcher for the Mets and Reds. Very good. But they are they're going up in the elevator, and they both have hats on, and their hats are covered. And it was the night or the day of when Johnny supposedly beat her up, and his camp was trying to get Franco to testify and see what they were talking about in the elevator. It's a fucking mess.
It really is.
It's a mess.
Yeah. So they're just dysfunctional people, and, you know, everybody's caught up in the middle of it trying to sort out what to do. So it'll be interesting to see how that one plays out.
It's so weird that Johnny Depp, I was watching Nightmare on Elm Street the other night, and he's in that movie as a very young Johnny Depp.
Yeah, you go back and look at his earlier projects. I mean, all the way back to the TV show 21 Jump Street and things like that. Yeah, what he was doing, how he looked, how he behaved. He looks different now, and he behaves a lot different.
He talks like this now. What do you mean, Amber? What's that supposed to mean, Amber? He talks like
He's a pirate.
He does.
He talks like a fucking...
He didn't talk like that when he was young.
Well, he's
Hell
been Jack
no.
Sparrow for too long.
He got locked in.
Yeah.
He can't get out.
He's too method.
You're right.
Something's happened, yeah.
I think sometimes that happens with those actors, man.
Yeah.
He's a different man. Yeah.
I think it would be hard to keep your reality if you're worth millions and millions. And
Yeah.
your reality shifts. And so it would be really tough to stay grounded and keep like normal friends and keep...
But I don't think he's lived in the United States for probably a better part of 20 plus years,
No,
right?
I mean, his girlfriend was from France, so they lived
Yeah,
in France for
right.
a long... Him and that Vanessa Paradis.
Well,
Yeah.
Think if you're and Leonardo DiCaprio's posse or group, and all that guy's gonna hear is how awesome he's never gonna hear the bad shit. You think he's going on Twitter?
He's never going to hear the truth.
Never. He's just you are the best. You're the number one guy, man. You're the number one. You're awesome.
And everyone around him is going to facilitate whatever he wants.
Because he's paying them.
Because he's paying them, and he doesn't deal in reality. So that removes you from reality. And it's got to twist you psychologically.
Absolutely.
It's got to change the human you are. And I would say mess you up a little bit.
Fuck yeah.
The money, I'm sure, is fun, but if you can't be normal and enjoy the money because you're all twisted in the brain because of it.
Oh my gosh, I'm picking my nose. Is this going to go viral? Imagine that. Leonardo picks his nose. It's a whole thing his PR team's got to deal with.
They don't have consequences like we have. They don't have functionality like we have. Like all the things that make us normal, they just don't have.
And you got to get knocked down a peg, too, to be... I don't know, man, not to be so out of touch.
I've heard some whack fucking stories about your boy Leonardo
He's
you're
not
talking about.
my boy.
Well, you brought him up.
So it's my boy?
Wow.
You bring up Cam Newton. Is he your boy?
I'd never bring up Cam Newton.
Motherfucker, you have stories galore about Cam Newton.
Nah, I don't.
Kevin, please.
Tell me one.
Pick a side.
Well, she always hates on him whenever he does come
I
up.
hate on when y'all bring him up.
No.
I don't bring him up.
You have, like, Kat, I got a story. Cam Newton did this, blah, blah, blah.
He's not even playing in the NFL.
No, but when he does something wrong, you bring it up. I'm just saying. I'm using your words. I'm using your words, Virginia.
A lot of times in those domestic things, somebody gets ordered to anger management, and you said you had a friend, Jay Bird, that was thinking maybe he needs anger management. And then when do you know that you need anger management, and what is anger management? Is it different than regular
Tell your friend
therapy?
Denny's that there is help out there, and we will be standing by him.
I love seeing Denny's anger rage.
What if Denny's really was such a tyrant behind the scenes?
I would be shocked.
It would shock the shit out of me. No, this is somebody I played baseball with, and they are...
What's his name?
Grimesy. It's a made-up name, but picture Grimesy in your head.
Do I know this guy?
You might have met him.
Do I think he's cute?
He's definitely not bad. Look, I don't know if you want to bang him or not.
I don't want to bang him. Let's get that clear.
I don't know. I have no idea. He's a good-looking cat.
Okay. What's the story?
Okay. Well,
I mean,
What
we're
are we
over
doing
here
here?
waiting on pins and needles.
What are we doing here?
he wants to know.
We're waiting on pins and needle dicks.
Damn it, bitch. Now she's going in on my dog.
I know, yeah.
No, he wants to know, when is it time to consider anger management? For example, if something goes wrong on his computer or technology, he gets pissed and he'll throw something. And he's at that point. But he said he's not screaming at people, but he loses his patience and his anger on kind of things he shouldn't. Is that anger management worthy?
Yes, I think so. Because he is saying to you, he's got a problem. Anytime that you can look, and it's very astute of him, look at yourself and say, I don't like this about me. There are absolutely people that can help you tone it down, get in some kind of ways.
I just know from the silly movie that Adam Sandler had, anger management, and there were triggers, things that you could do to calm yourself if you know that you're just wired that way to have outbursts, that you can try to do. They did the goose fraba, they would, rub their earlobes and things like that. But things to kind of center you to be like, okay, hey, this isn't how you want to act.
It's not cute. And
For
so
sure.
Just the fact that he knows it's not cute, that's the first step right there.
Yeah.
He's already doing great.
I completely agree.
Oh, Grimesy, congratulations.
Grimesy, you're doing the right stuff.
Grimesy, real name?
Jason Pennington.
Todd?
No, I'll tell you off the air. I'll tell you off the air if you really want to know.
I do.
All right. I forget what I was going to say. Out of counter. What are you cross-examining me? What the fuck, doily?
Oh, I'm just curious.
You're throwing
what
him
you
off his
got.
mark.
I just want to know
Yeah,
what you got.
I'm off my mark.
Yeah, he can't keep this conversation going.
I'm usually on it, Virginia.
Yeah,
These beers are strong.
yeah, that might be doing it too.
Who made my beer so strong?
What are they doing to me?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Okay, all right, he's back.
Yeah.
There he
Everybody's
is.
back.
I don't think you have to punch somebody to go to anger management, is what I was saying.
I agree.
I think a lot of times there's that misconception of, hey, I punch somebody, I have to go to anger management. If you're losing your shit over things you shouldn't lose your shit over, it's something you have to at least address.
And if you're upset about anything that you're doing behaviorally that you can't really control, maybe you're out there, throwing it too much and you don't like that about you. There's people you can talk to. Maybe you're,
So if you're throwing it too much, single obviously, right?
Yes.
And you continue to throw it too much, would you argue that they do want to throw it too much?
Well, I mean, if you don't like the person you are on the inside because of these cravings or tendencies or uncontrollable desires.
Cravings.
Sexual cravings. That sounds weird.
Something about crave.
Craving is
Yeah.
It's such a pervy word. I've got a craving, Kevin. a hunger that I just can't fill.
Craving.
You're right, though. If you got cravings you can't, fucking get rid of.
You got to talk to somebody because if it's a problem for you, then it's probably a real problem.
Do you
if
think
you're
there are-
noticing it?
Do you think that you have some good friends in your life that would be better to talk to than an actual professional therapist? That could-
Possibly because
I
they
agree.
understand you. They know you, and they get the depth of the character. Because a lot of us, when we talk about these things and we talk to other people about their own personal problems, I kind of said this the other day, they're so complex because there's so many factors that add up to it. Little nuances that happen in your life of who you are, who you want to be, what is going on, the dynamics of the relationships around you that really help you make up what is the right decision for you to make. On the surface of just the information that we have to the people we talk to, we do our best, but without knowing all those little intricacies, you don't know exactly what to tell somebody.
And a lot of time, people are wearing a mask out in public. They're acting like, hey, how everything's going great. And they get home, they take off that mask, Virginia. And then you see the stranger. Or is it the stranger? Is it the real person?
You don't know?
Drink!
Yeah,
That's up to you to decide.
that's it.
Billy Joel's got a song called The Stranger.
I went to a restaurant last night that he frequents often. You have to go with me. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'd love to go, but again, I would not. I met Ben Folds, who's one of my music heroes, and he was getting ready to go on stage, and it was a meet and greet, and it was so awkward.
Well, we don't have to say anything to Billy. Wouldn't it be cool to be in the same restaurant? Because we've been given a tip that he's there, and we're eating at the same time as him, just thinking how cool it is.
Does it make me a bad Billy Joel fan that does not at all tickle my fancy? I
It
love
tickles
him.
me, and I don't even love him half as much as you.
I love Billy Joel as an artist, I really do.
Yeah.
But just to
I get it.
to get there, go, travel, to see him eat, and not say anything, that's actually kind of fucking awful.
Maybe you send him over a round of shots.
I think he struggles with alcohol.
Okay.
As we all do.
Whatever you want to do in Virginia, yeah. There is going to
Look.
be no doubt when you walk out, Billy Joel will hate you.
Question: has he quit? No. So send him a round of shots.
I'm kind of shell shocked because back in the day, I was over at Hooters on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, and I'm with Twigs from the Snack Pack, and there's nobody in there. And
That
me,
sounds so depressing.
it wasn't. We were having a great time,
Yeah.
just sitting there having some lunch, and I'm sitting at the table, and I see this guy in the distance, and I go, that guy looks familiar, and I didn't really think anything of it. And I look back over there, and I go, holy shit, that's my all-time favorite wrestler, Scott Hall. He's at the Hooters. It was Scott Hall, Razor Ramon from WCW, WWE. He was at Hooters. I sent him a drink. I go, Scott, love you. Oh, thanks, man. I'd get up. My knees are bad. That's what he tells me. The waitress comes back and says, we had to kick him out a week ago because he was being mean to the waitresses. I was like, oh, my gosh, what a dick. 2 days later, after I sent him a drink, he was in rehab.
That's a great fucking story.
That is.
rehab.
You pushed him over the edge.
Look, personal responsibility.
Agreed.
I believe in it.
Agreed.
I think not enough people take it, and Scott Hall needs to take it. Now, he could have said no thank you.
Yeah,
But he took the
true.
beer, and whatever path that put him on ain't your fucking fault. You're just trying to be a nice guy and a fan.
I was.
Yeah.
No, that's not on you. And if you send Billy shots and he drives his car into somebody else's house again like he did on Long Island, that's not on you either.
He was sober, Virginia.
He drove his car into a house, y'all.
He had one glass of wine.
He had a bottle of red and a bottle of
Oh
white.
my God, at least.
He drove his car into their house.
I think he had a bottle of Coke.
I shouldn't be laughing, but
No, we
Yeah.
have no idea what he had.
hopefully he Ubers now.
This is just a parody.
I mean, people
conversation.
like us, Billy, need to
It's all
Uber.
because of you.
This is just a
Billy
parody.
Joel's life just tumbles.
Just a parody. Please don't sue me.
We send him the strongest shots, and he spirals.
I fucking love that guy. That guy got me through everything.
All right, well, we're not going to tell him all that. We're just going to be
See,
cool.
That's what
We're going to play it cool.
Billy, every time I cry at night, it's the Summer Island Falls. Get this guy out of here.
Yeah. Putting together a good game plan so far. I can't wait to see how it goes.
It's going to be an epic fail,
Yeah.
a disaster of crazy proportions, but it's going to be a story.
It's going to be highly entertaining.
Don't you want a story?
Oh, man, I think Gil's trying to end the podcast. I think we should go at least for
He's
10,
been trying to end the podcast.
10 more minutes.
He's been trying for 10 more
Got
minutes.
so much more shit to say.
He does, but he's going to forget it halfway through.
I'm going to start, and then I'm going to go,
Hold on, I got more shit to say.
wait a minute. What was I saying? Damn it.
All right.
I blame the witch. I blame the witch.
Pipe down, doily.
All right. We're out of here. Everybody back next week. You guys enjoy your weekend. We'll see you later.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.